Good morning and good afternoon. I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us in a new edition of Juniper webinar. My name is Rosa Sante, Juniper Consultant. For those that don't know me, I'm in our Miami office. Today I have the pleasure to introduce our predefined module package known as Tours. One moment, please. Continue. Through the presentation of the webinar, you have the option to post questions and queries. I will make 2 stops to answer. However, due to time restraints, we will review them at the end and send you the answer via email. Also, if after the webinar arise any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. After this brief presentation, and before to start, we will review the points discussed in our agenda today's webinar predefined packages. So let's start. Let's start with an introduction, then definition and advantages of predefined packages. We will review how they work. After this will be added value can offer this model to your business. After seeing these points, we will proceed to live demo. That will last approximately 15 minutes, in which we will see the back end, or internet, and the front end, the web. Today we're going to use our no demo, the responsive version. And we will close the webinar summarizing the material presented, and we will refer to your support site from where you can get all the information from this webinar and the webinars already made. Plus, I will offer my contact information. Okay, let's move to point 1, introduction. In the next chart, you have an overview of all the services that Juniper offers. The services that are highlighted are presented in these seminars. Today, in the webinar, we will explain predefined packages, as you can see within the blog-hosted contents. These packages do not use external product. They are 100% created and defined by you, and you will assign their allotment and prices as discussed below. Taking advantage of this chart, we have highlighted the webinars already made, and you have available in your support site through the link Support Online. As you can see, we have made dynamic packages, business intelligence, and unique hotel. Okay, let's go to next point, point 2. What are predefined packages and advantages? And we're going to start with the definition. The predefined packages allow you to upload in your system your own vacation predefined packages with a specific duration, departure dates, different hotels, allotment and room types, with closed prices to which you may add an optional supplements or taxes. With this model, you may assign a closed fixed price, sales and or total cost per pax for the complete package. Now, we're going to see the advantages both for you and your customer. Let's start with your advantages. With a single charge, without having to load every product separately in the system, we can define the allotment and price per person and stay for each package, adding supplements and taxes. You're allowed to include the full itinerary for the entire circuit, describing the circuit as well as the services included. In its package, you can use your direct contract hotels preloaded or generate a specific hotel for the package. It also allows us to generate generic hotels, for example, 3-star hotels, for the package without having to know the hotel previously, and you can assign the hotel when the reservation is finalized by the end customer. The system offers a number of specific reports that allow the tracking of sales and allotments of the package. And the advantage for your customers: during the booking, the end customer will be able to modify the hotel and the price will be recalculated based on the client selection. You can define the mandatory and or optional supplements to offer in the package, which recalculates its price based on the customer selection. Great. So let's go to the next point. How do predefined packages work? Now that we have seen the definition of the advantages of the predefined packages, following the diagram below, we will see step by step how they work from the creation to the reservation. So let's start. Point 1. You may upload the product for sure. Hotel, rooms, allotment, and prices, supplements, cost, and services, but you will see that it's really easy in the booking engine and create the predefined package. 2. We have a predefined package library available once we have all the packages in our system. 3. You obtain the results of the search. Now, you will have different views of the results depending on the channel that you use, mobile, web, call center, or web service. I want to mention that via the web service packages, you can offer these products to third parties. You can be a supplier. 4. Once you obtain the predefined packages results, you will be able to change the product only hotels if the hotel we obtained by default is not the preferred one. You may search, select and delete optional products, only supplements if any. We are going to use the supplements to offer this kind of products. 6. We have a price validator and consistency of the package that will validate the dates, prices, stays, and package allotments. Notice that the validator ensures that the selection we made by the customer is correct and the system allows to proceed with the booking. And the last step, but not the least, you will confirm the package booking and the allotment assignment. Great. Let's move to the next point. What added value do the predefined package offer to my business? In a very simple way, the system will allow multiple origins and destinations to offer in the package. Let's see. Here we have two examples. On the left side, we have two packages to Europe. One is to Italy and the other one to France. So I can find for Italy or for Europe, I'm going to find the package always. On the other side, I have packages to America from different origins. So I have Buenos Aires, Argentina, or Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. You can use your own direct contract hotels or create generic hotel site for the package. The system uses the description, photos, and route types for direct contract hotels regardless of the allotment. We will assign the allotment in the package. So here we have an example where we have two packages, one with a generic hotel and the other one with an own direct contract hotel. Then customer can modify the pre-selected accommodation in the search and the system will recalculate the price. So here we have two packages and we can change the hotel if we want, okay? You can define mandatory and optional supplements. Here we have two packages. On the left side, there is mandatory, so I couldn't delete or from the selection. But on the right side, I have an optional supplement, so the client can decide if they want to book or not this service. Predefined packages can be included in a dynamic package. This is really interesting because you can define your predefined packages with all the services, transfers, hotels that you need to include, and then include this predefined in a dynamic, and for example, to add a flight at the beginning and at the end. So I think this is really important. Live demo. Now let's start the show. The estimated time is 15 minutes. We will review both the configuration and types of options in the intranet, the backend, and the process of search and booking in the website, the front end. At this point, I will stop to answer some of the questions that you have so far, but I see there is no questions. I encourage you to write me with any doubt or question now or at the end, okay? So let's go right to the demo. Let's start with the intranet. Okay, it's loading. Perfect, here we are. So we are going to work with our package tab. Here we have dynamic and predefined packages, and the first difference that we can see is that we have a submenu here. So we are going to work with that. All here that we're going to see our library of packages. New, we can create a new package. Tracking, this is the reports. Accommodation and room types, we need this information to create our rates and allotments, and cost and services that we will see in a package. Let's start with tracking. Okay, then let's see an example how it works. For example, departed days, September, it's okay, area, America, and let's search. Okay, here we have this package, Discover Venezuela, 11 days, 10 nights. We're going to work with this example all the time during the presentation. So we have the two hotels that this package offer and the room types, okay? So if I go to the September 20th, I can see that they have a booking here for one double superior room for 2 customers. So here I can see that this is total allotment, free, book with allotment, and book without allotment. If I click here in the date, I'm going to see all the details of this booking. Okay, one moment. Great. So we can go to the booking. We can see the agency, passengers, and all the details. Okay, so here you can use all these kind of reports. So let's go with the accommodation. As I mentioned, you can use your accommodations from this tab, accommodation tab, or you can create a specific accommodation for packages. Here we have a filter that we can filter by destination, name, category, packages only. We will see that one. And we have the list of elements the accommodation that we have for our package. So let's review, for example, Europe, Hotel 3 stars. And let's see. This is the screen that we're going to working with. So it's really easy. We're going to see that. Okay. So I only need to go directly to the important fields because we don't have enough time to go through all of them. So let's start. First of all, remember, you need to select the language that you want to use. If not, there is not going not to appear information. Name, area, description and category, and supplier, this is mandatory. And type, accommodation for package only. This is the check that we already saw. So this is only accommodation for a package, so it's in this list. But I can change and to accommodation for direct sales, but then it's going to disappear from my list. Long description. I can include my pictures for my hotel and services. That's all. Okay? And save. Room types. It was the same as in accommodation. So let's review that one. Family room. Remember that the languages are always hide. The same for the description. And here that we're going to do is to say the number of people that I want to allow for this room type. Okay? So now that I have the accommodations and I have my room types, I can go to the package. I can create the package. I'm going to answer one question when this is loading. Can create packages be created in dynamic package? You can include, you need to create the predefined first, and then you can include. We're going to see that in the webinar too. Okay, as always, we have this finder here with these filters to search in our list. So we can filter by destination, supplier, from to, name, external code, channels, okay, active languages. This is a new one, so maybe you only have a package in English, and you want only to filter by the English. You can select it. Only deleted packages, and by default we have always the current packages inactive, but for sure you can click inactive and all. From here you can create a new package too and do search. Okay, so let's go. Great. Here we have our list. At the bottom we have the pages of the packages. We have display a number of packages, and for sure you can export to Excel in this option here. And now we're going with our list. Remember that you can decide which columns do you want to show. Do you see? Sorry, it's by user, so great. But here we have the ID. This ID is the ID for this package. So sometimes this is really useful because when you do the links in your contents, and sometimes you need to know which is the ID for the package. You can come here. You don't need to go into the package. Destination, the name, earliest and latest date, estimated code if you use, supplier, product class if you use to, home if it's activated or not in the home, activate, and by language, okay? And last updated rates. So this is the last rate that I updated in this package. So now we're going to go to the package, and we have two ways. Right button, open new tab, or open new window, or double click. I'm going to use that one. Okay, here we have different tabs. Okay, I'm going to go to the mandatory fields and most important ones. Okay, name, destinations. Remember, we can put America and Brazil, for example. Origins, we have two, Buenos Aires and Rio de Janeiro. Thanks to that, we are going to see departed areas. Okay. Description, product group, and number of days, number of nights, and hotel from day 1 to, I don't know, you know that when you are uploading the package, okay? So we can include the price from. This can be printed in your website or not, it's your decision. And the access condition. This is really important. With these conditions, we allow or deny to access by market, agency group, and client. So combining this access and the channel, you can create all the rules for your clients to sell the products, okay? And these 4 checks here, active, for sure we need if we want to sell it. And then home, best deal, and last minute. You can use contents, or you can use these checks to offer packages at last minute best deals in your homes. Base sales currency, important one, and cost currency too, we need to define that one. Suppliers, booking expiry date by default, we can use that we define in the master tables, or we can use that one for this package. Allow and request bookings, yes or not, it's your decision. And cancel policies, we can use this test here, or we can create rules as we do for the other products in Juniper, and the system is going to print these rules automatically in your website. Okay, let's come back here. Then full description we use to introduce the itinerary, and we have more boxes, then pictures, brochures, and high resolution brochures that you can decide to print in your website or not, to create a link to see, content management, and for sure you have to decide the sales channels that they want to sell this product. Okay, let's move on. What do we need to create our rates and allotments? I need departed dates, hotels, and rooms. So let's see how works departed dates. I need a start date. and I need an end day, and I can create my grid. So then I decided to click in these checks which days I want to allow this package, or I can select all of them. Going down, down, down. This is a long package. And you can select all here at the bottom. Okay? So great, really easy. Hotels. Remember, I can use my accommodations for packages. That is what we are going to do, 3 and 4-star hotels. Or I can use all the properties that we define in accommodations tab. Okay? Rooms. Now that I have the hotels, I want to define which room type I'm going to use for every hotel. Okay? It could be the same or not. Great, so now let's go to the rates and allotments. Here we are. Okay, rate type. We can use fixed rate pricing or discounted rate pricing. We are going to use the second one. Mandatory, cutoff or release days. I want to mention that if you have on request to yes, and if you have a release date, during these release days, you can sell on request, okay? Enter rates by day period. You may also enter the same rates for a range date clicking on this link. This is going to help you a lot. Now here in this filter, the filter allows you to view only the dates which are you interested in. By default, the system always going to show the 15 first days, okay? And then we have the hotels, 3-star hotels and 4-star hotels with the room types. It works the same for both. So here we have the discounts because we are using this type of rate. We can introduce the children age range if we need it, of course. We can calculate a markup. If we have a general markup, we can calculate it. As we do for another product, it's the same. And here we can go one by one introducing the allotment, cost, and price, or go to back to the end for the all dates here and introduce, for example, 20, and the system is going to apply. You can see that it's changing. We can introduce allotment cost and price, or we can introduce allotment cost and apply a general markup as I mentioned. Okay, and we click in calculate. Departure areas. This is a supplement, okay, but with some restrictions because it's for the origin. So I need to select the origin and then I'm going to define if it has an extra cost, markup, and price. Okay. Taxes. We can define the taxes as we do the other products. It's the same, applying the rules that I want to do to it. Supplements. We are going to use the supplements to offer mandatory or optional services. Okay, so the supplements can be optional or mandatory and can be included or not in the price. It's your decision. Cost and services allows us to assign each package element to different suppliers, every service to a different suppliers, to extract the cost data for each package. This is you use when you're using the accounting module or you export to your accounting system, okay? And the cancel policies that we already reviewed. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you can include predefined packages in a dynamic. Let's search Mallorca. And here it is. This is a flight. This package has a flight and a predefined package. Let's see how it looks. Let's go to the config. And here you can see that they have, this green is the package and the yellow, this yellow is the flight. Okay, I have a flight at the beginning, at the end. Okay, and it's really easy. I have to go to the Predefined tab here in the Dynamic Packages and select the package and include. Okay, so easy to do it. Okay, let's go to the website. Okay, let's go to tours. We're going to use the same example that we use in the intranet. So destination America, Buenos Aires, for example, departure 11 days. Search. Discover Venezuela 11 days, 10 nights. So as we mentioned, we can change the hotel. Here I can change the same hotel for another room, or I can select a 4-star hotel. So I'm going to choose that one, and you're going to see that the price is going to change. Okay, now we continue with the book. And this package has an optional supplement, so I am going to click here and I can add this supplement or I can remove it and continue with my booking. So we have all the details here and let's finish. We continue. Okay, and I want to show you too the predefined in the dynamic package. So let's do the search. Mallorca from Madrid. This is for April next year. 6 days search. Okay, here it is. We can change the hotel and the flight. I'm going to change the flight. So it was the same as a dynamics, but you have a predefined site, okay? And you have the list here. Okay, let's continue with our presentation. And at this point, I will stop again to answer the questions, but there is no more questions, so I encourage you to write me with any doubt of question, okay? So, next point, the last one, closure. The predefined packages allow you to upload in your system your own vacation predefined packages with a specific duration, departure days, different hotels, allotments, and room types, with close prices, to which you may add an optional supplements or taxes, okay? With a single charge, without having to load every product separately in the system, we can define the allotment and price per person and stay for each package, adding supplements and taxes. You are allowed to include the full itinerary of the entire circuit, describing the circuit as well as the services included. Remember, in each package, you can use your direct contract hotels, or generate specific, and you can generate generic hotels too. The system offers a number of specific reports that allow you the tracking of sales elements of the package. And during the booking, the customer will be able to modify the hotel and the optional supplements, and the price will be calculated based on the client selection. So I want to mention that for predefined packages, Juniper offers host-to-host connection to external suppliers too, for example, Europa Mundo. And I want to let you know that we are working on our predefined packages extranet, and it will be ready in September. Shortly, I will inform you that we plan to put at your disposal the landing page of Predefined packages, where you will find more information. In addition, I remind you that in your support site, there is a banner where we announce the upcoming webinars, and it even allows you to register for new webinars. The next one is the web responsive that I really recommend. We have here this link, Support Online. By clicking on the link, Support Online, you can access the webinar that we have already done and have available for consultation. If we press, for example, in Juniper Vacation Packages, you will see an article where you will find a product description, the diagram with all the information that we've seen in the webinar, like the rest of webinars available. So you can go there always that you want. Here at the bottom, we have these webinars coming soon and comments box in which you can send us your comments and questions. Finally, you have my contact details so you can send me any question or comments. I want to thank you for your attendance. For me, it has been a pleasure, and I hope this webinar has been helpful. And I hope that you accompany us in our upcoming webinars. Have a great day.